Forget everything you knew about airplanes. Today, we're going to show you flying machines that look like they've escaped from a child engineer's imagination and become reality. In a backyard, a garage, or sometimes right in the middle of a field. From cartoonish fighter jets to airborne capsules of the future, here are the smallest, craziest, and most inspiring homemade airplanes in the world. Each of them is not just a piece of technology, it's a dream on wheels. Or rather, on wings. Buckle up, let's fly. An unusual silhouette appears in the sky above the forest. It's the Nissus, a modern gyroplane born from an engineering dream. Every line of its body is the result of precise calculation and bold design. It's lightweight, swift, and agile. This isn't just an aircraft, it's a step into the future of personal aviation. Nissus lifts off, and a new flight story begins. This is the Airbike Ultralight. Almost a bicycle with wings, but don't be fooled, it's a true flying machine. The pilot sits like on a motorcycle, with a full 360-degree view. Minimal weight, just one cylinder, manual throttle control, and direct drive pedals. All for the feeling of pure, unrestrained flight. This plane can be stored in a garage and launched from an ordinary grassy field. Here, the air is not just an element, it's yours straight away. And here's the Breezy, a plane without a cockpit, simply because it doesn't need one. This is the RLU1, an iconic model from the 60s, built not for comfort, but for pure, unfiltered freedom. 2 seats, like on a porch, only beneath you isn't a deck, but the sky. Behind you, a pusher engine, a truss frame, no parachute included. This plane doesn't shield you from the wind. It introduces you to it personally. Flying the Breezy is like riding a motorcycle at 1,000 feet up. Meet the Tipsy Nipper T66, one of the tiniest sport planes ever to lift off from a runway. Weight, about 250 kilograms, engine, 65 horsepower, and the cockpit, like a cocoon tightly hugging the pilot. It's called the baby of the family, and for good reason. But despite its size, this little one can perform aerobatics and delivers emotions that even big machines don't always provide. The key: keep your feet on the pedals and your smile locked in place. When dreams go jet-powered, the Cirrus Vision Jet appears. 1 engine, 7 seats, autopilot, a whole aircraft parachute, and a design that seems lifted straight from the pages of science fiction. This aircraft can descend by itself in emergencies and on takeoff. It simply melts into the sky. It's more than transportation. It's a personal freedom capsule with a range of up to 2,000 kilometers and a speed envied even by major business jets. It looks like a toy, but it's a real airplane. The MC15 Creed, designed by Michel Colomban, weighs just over 70 kilograms and fits only one, the bravest one. 2 tiny engines, nearly 200 kilometers per hour, and a flight range of up to 500 kilometers. It can be transported in a trailer and assembled in minutes. Cry is what happens when engineering genius fits in a trunk and still yearns for the sky. This is the GN-H4, not a chair with propellers, but a true personal helicopter. Only 75 kilograms, 4 engines, 2 coaxial rotors, and 1 pilot at the center of all this boldness. It doesn't fly. It hovers, like a drone, but with a person on board. A Japanese invention for those who dream of vertical takeoff right from their backyard. Minimal metal, maximum courage. And this is the Ski MO2J, A product of engineering fantasy with a Japanese twist. Narrow as an arrow, light as paper, it seems to have stepped off the blueprints of the future. Its aerodynamics are calculated to the millimeter, and the cockpit is nearly invisible. This isn't just an aircraft, it's art that takes flight. And maybe there's more dream in it than metal. AirOne is no longer a plane or a drone. It's the flying car of tomorrow. 8 electric motors, vertical takeoff, a cruising speed of 250 kilometers per hour, and it fits in a regular garage. No runway, no pilot's license, just power up and fly. This is more than transport. This is the answer to the question, what comes next? Icon of 5 is not a plane. It's an adventure. Foldable wings, a carbon fiber body, and the ability to land right on a lake. It takes off from asphalt, glides across water, and dives into the sunset like in a movie. Here, the pilot isn't a pro, they're a seeker of thrills. The controls are intuitive like a sports car. This is freedom, wrapped in aerodynamics. The J6 Fraata is a symphony of lightness and aerodynamics. It doesn't rush into the sky, it blends into it. Like a powered glider, it takes off from a short runway, then shuts off the engine and begins to listen to the wind. Its long wings and quiet flight are for those who don't want to conquer the sky, but to live in it, without noise or haste. Carbon fiber fuselage, total weight under 55 kilograms. Wingspan, 13.5 meters, aerodynamics tuned for minimal drag at a cruising speed of about 70 kilometers per hour. The electric motor with a pusher propeller is used only for takeoff. After that, the glider rides on natural thermals. Controls are sensitive. Response, immediate. Maximum flight efficiency with minimum energy. Engineering refined to transparent simplicity. Quickie Q1, pure Burt Rutan genius. Canard in the front, mini wing in the back, engine from a motorcycle, weight under 120 kilograms. This is not a plane you build by the book. You sketch it on a napkin over coffee, and then it amazes the world with its aerodynamics. It flies fast, lands unconventionally, and demands respect. But once you grasp its character, it's pure joy from engineering madness. Humblebird, a tiny aluminum aircraft, hand-built like a model, only real. Weight, around 120 kilograms, often with a motorcycle engine. Cruise speed, up to 180 kilometers per hour. Simple frame, direct controls, all wrapped in a compact aerodynamic shell. You don't buy it, you build it, and behind every takeoff is not a factory, but a dream. Small plane, big ambition. So Skybaby isn't just a plane, it's a pocket-sized challenge to gravity. Wingspan, under 5 meters, length, like a moped, and the pilot is literally squeezed into the cockpit. It flies, growls, bounces, but doesn't fall. This biplane wasn't built for comfort, but for a record, minimal space, maximum effect, and yes, it really takes off. The SD1 Minisport is almost a toy. If toys could fly 500 kilometers on 10 liters of fuel, weight just over 110 kilograms, motorcycle engine and assembly possible in a garage. It's chosen by those who want to fly often, cheaply, and with a smile. This isn't just a plane, it's a ticket to your personal sky at the price of an old car. The BD5 Micro isn't a plane, it's a 1970s Aero from the future. Length, just over 3 meters. Weight, like a motorcycle. and it flies as if glued to the pilot's thoughts. Its jet version reaches 500 kilometers per hour. No room for luggage or doubt in that cockpit. This isn't transport. It's pure aviation audacity cast in aluminum. Meet the Flying Flea, Henri Meunier's Louse of the skies. A miniature biplane that could be built in a shed in just a few months. Motorcycle engine. Controls almost like a cart, but for the sky. This plane became iconic. It gave freedom to those who dreamed of flying but didn't have a fortune, and it became the hero of countless trials, errors, and legends. Kolb Firefly is like minimalism in the sky. Weight, up to 115 kilograms, foldable design, takeoff, from the backyard. This motorized Zebra stuns with its simplicity. Wings fold by hand. Landing gear is bare. Controls are classic, but the feeling, absolutely real. This is more than a plane. It's freedom in the bed of a pickup truck. It looks like it was built in a garage by a genius with a touch of madness, but it flies. The Micron Helicopter is a seat, some rotors, and a drop of crazy dream. No cockpit, no instruments, just you and the air. Want to feel like a dragonfly over the ground? Welcome. This isn't transport. It's a challenge to gravity with the barest essentials. Minimal metal, maximum flight. This is the Benson B8, an autogyro that looks like it was built from old pipes and faith in miracles. The pilot sits like on an open stool. Behind them, an engine and the wind. No cockpit, no frills, just a rotor overhead and a dream spinning even faster. This is where true freedom begins, with rattling gear and a brave heart. Meet the amphibian of the future, the Equator P2 Excursion. This isn't just a plane, it's a guest from the world of green technology, ready to take off from water as if it were born in the waves. Scandinavian style, electric propulsion, and a cockpit that looks like it was carved from a futuristic novel. No engine roar here, just the whisper of the wind and the pilot's delight. Who said flying is only about airplanes? This guy wears the future on his back. Copter Pack is like if a drone and a backpack decided to create a superhero. 2 powerful rotors, a carbon fiber frame, and suddenly you're not just a person, you're an aircraft. You take off vertically, like Iron Man, only without the special effects. At first glance, a toy, but in reality, a true jet-powered little beast. The BD5J entered the Guinness World Records as the smallest jet aircraft in the world. It's so compact it looks like a drone with pilot ambitions. And yes, it really flies, and it does so fast. Minimal extras, maximum speed. Looks like something out of a cartoon, but the moment you hear its mini turbine roar, it gets serious. The SubsonX is a jet hack for dreamers. It doesn't carry passengers, check bags, or ask for coffee. It just flies like it stole the sky. Small, fast, and shamelessly bold. You'll definitely notice it a few seconds after it zips past. When it looks like another racing car lost on a runway, take a closer look. The Stargate YT33 looks like a cyber esports simulator, but it's actually a real mini jet fighter for those who don't just dream of the sky. They want to slice it in half, sleek, fast, and completely home-built. It embodies the bold reply. At first glance, just a small plane getting ready to take off. But look again and you'll see. This isn't just an aircraft, it's an aerodynamic paradox that somehow fooled gravity. Dyke Delta is like if a Piper and a rocket met in a garage and decided to have a baby. Compact, fast, with a bold look. It seems to whisper, too small to be scared, fast enough to fly out first. But what you see here is no movie prop or mock-up. It's a real homemade airplane. Its creator isn't just a hobbyist, but an engineer with an artist's soul. This isn't an airfield. It's a field, a dirt road, an ordinary rural path. But from here, Chelka, the little plane with a big personality, takes off. Light, simple, seemingly built from plywood and passion, it proves that to fly, you don't need a hangar, you need drive. Every takeoff is a challenge to gravity and a dodge of bureaucracy. Because, for a true pilot, a runway starts where the road ends. It lifts off as effortlessly as a good mood, proving that to fly, you don't need millions. Just desire, a bit of courage, and a helmet. It looks like it escaped from a cartoon. Small, bright, with wings like a paper airplane. But the Mini Max is no toy. It's a real flying machine, one you can build in a garage and take to the skies. A yellow and burgundy dart with an engine resembling a motorcycle's, it doesn't fly for records. A laptop on his knees, tools at hand, eyes filled with focus and fire. He knows every bolt here better than his Wi-Fi password.